So we're having some pretty strong winds outside today. You could even see by how quick the clouds are moving right now. They're moving at about 40, 50 miles an hour because the winds aloft are really, really strong right now. Not only that, there's a very strong band of rain approaching from the west, southwest right now. And just very breezy outside today, as you can see. Um, the winds are about, I would say, I'll give it a good, say, at least 20, 30 miles an hour. Hold on, let me flip the camera over. Just get a better view. Let me see. Yeah, now it's upside down, so let me find a good position for the camera. There. You can see it's windy out. Not too windy at the moment. We had some pretty strong gusts earlier. If you look closer, you'll see that there's a little rope there that's just swinging in the wind. See, there's drapes that are just blowing there. Yeah, it is windy out. It's a windy and stormy day today in New York City. We're about to have a pretty strong gust, I can feel. Because the reason I feel we're gonna have a strong gust at any moment is because we're wedged between the buildings. We're wedged between two buildings. We're in the middle of a street. And the winds get funneled here. Even though the winds are coming from the south, because of the position of the building, the winds actually end up coming down the street, which is from the southeast. So the building actually changed the direction of the wind. And the clouds are actually pretty high level. About, I would say, 5,000 feet at least, 4 or 5,000 feet. Yet the clouds are moving as if they're only near ground level because of how windy it is up aloft. It is extremely windy. The winds are not so bad at ground level, but if you go just a little higher up, winds are at least 50, 60 miles per hour, which is why it's so windy. And you'll get occasional strong gusts, outside. There's currently a heavy band of rain approaching from central New Jersey. The edge of the rain is already over Staten Island, so it should be raining here very shortly. On top of the rain, there's actually, not from this storm, but this is going to be a big storm later this week. There's a chance we're going to get a pretty quick hitting but powerful storm later next week. The models are hinting on a storm coming out of the Great Lakes Clipper system, and it's going to form a secondary low either off of the coast or right on the coast of Virginia, North Carolina, and it's going to rapidly intensify and head northeastward, and it's going to be very close to the coast. The only difference is this storm is going to be very cold core, which means it's not going to have any warm air to work with, and due to its sudden intensification, it's going to produce a lot of precipitation. I did everything you asked me to do.
You speak to your father?
Yes, I did.
Why are you spraying?
The video and you're interrupting me. So as I was saying, the storm is going to be cold core. However, as I was saying, there's going to be a layer of warm air near the ground due to the winds coming off the ocean. So there might be some mixing right along the coast. However, the air aloft is going to be very cold. So there's a chance of dynamic cooling or evaporational cooling, which can cool down cool down the air further aloft, which could then bring down cold air down to the surface, which may negate any warm air coming off the ocean at the ground level. So instead of being 38 to 40 degrees, it might be 32, 33. Get just a few thousand feet up, it'll be in the 20s. So you will still probably not get such a wet snow. You might actually get still a fluffier snow. I've seen fluffy snow, like a powdery snow with temperatures of 30 degrees. It's because the air aloft is much colder. So the chance of this storm is pretty high because the Euro is forecasting it, the GFS is forecasting it, the Canadian model is forecasting it. So confidence is pretty high at the moment of the storm. It's just that they have the storms in different positions. The Euro showed a pretty healthy storm, showing at least a foot of snow. The GFS showed more of a weaker storm, not a weaker storm, but a less snow for New York City. I'll have to wait for the European run to come out at 1 p.m. or around 2, and that will determine what kind of storm we're going to get. But the last European run that I saw, which is about 11 hours ago, 11 hours ago, was a very, very, very powerful storm. So, well, thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.